Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers. Friday morning, and this is going to kind of be a special episode because I got Harmony on. She's going to be a resident Tigers fan. We're going to do a Tiger Town talk every week, and we're just going to have so much fun with it. But we're giving this to you auto version and on YouTube for the next 5 weeks. And in 5 weeks, guess what? You're never going to see it again. You got to be a locker room access member. So, Harmony, before we threaten them on getting locker room access, how are you on Friday morning?
I am great this Friday morning. It is still riding high from the Michigan win on
Of course you are.
Monday. It was great.
Of course you are. Of course you are. And the Lions are in the playoffs. I mean, a lot of good
I'm
things are happening right now.
yeah. It'll be Stafford's coming to town pretty soon, so it'll be Stafford versus Goff, Rams versus Lions.
Ooh, yeah. Ain't nothing gonna go wrong there. Hmm.
No.
Hmm. Awesome. All right. So uh we know that you're a Tigers fan, but kind of tell us how that Tigers love started.
So it started when the Tigers traded for Miguel Cabrera.
Okay.
Um and Cabrera was another one. I have a few favorite players from when I was little, but in Cabrera is one of them. And I just that's when my love for the Tigers started, was when they got Cabrera.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then you had Verlander and Scherzer there, and they went on a run to the World Series and then lost to the Giants.
Hmm. Can't you need to call him by his right name? It's Mr. Kate Upton to you.
Mr. Kate Upton and whiny baby Princess Scherzer.
That's how I like I've told you before on the in the leagues. That's very offensive to princesses. Come on now.
But it's more offensive to him being called the princess.
That's
But
probably that's probably that's probably true. Okay,
sorry,
so
football fans.
talk to talk to me about the 2024 Tigers off season. There hasn't been a lot of movement. Is that surprising to you? Or are you kind of okay with that?
I'm okay with it because I think the moves they made are good for them. Like, if I had to grade the Tigers off season, I'm gonna give them a B minus. I think they brought in some good veterans to offset the young core they have. So I'm actually really excited for the Tigers this coming year.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I lived in Michigan for a couple of years back in the 90s, and there's a couple of things that you know if you're a Michigander. For those of you that are Michiganders that are listening to this, don't be offended by what I'm about to say. But number one, you have to have a dog, and several of them. If you don't have a dog, you're not a Michigander. Number two, if you don't know what November 15th is, you're not a Michigander. Am I right so far, Harmony?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then number three, if you don't know what it means to celebrate a Tigers opening day, a Lions opening day, or anytime the Red Wings are in the playoffs, like things shut down, like
Yeah.
Taco Bell's shut down for the Red Wings playoffs. It's ridiculous. So, um, that being said, who's going to be your standouts this year? Like you've got you've got this young core, and then you've got guys like Javier Baez who are veterans who have won it before. Um, so talk to me about the standouts this year.
So I'm actually Casey Mize, who is a former first round pick of the draft in 2018. I'm
Mhm.
excited to see what he does because he's been kind of riddled with injuries since coming up. So I'm excited to see him in a healthy season. I'm excited to see people like Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green take an even bigger step forward now that they're a little more, they're not veterans, but they've had at least a year under their belt. And my biggest question is, will Javier Baez learn how to hit again?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tigers fans. Will he learn how to hit again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the ace in the whole wild card. He's the only person that's ever stole first base. Um, but I like him. He's a weird dude, but I like him. Um,
Yeah.
and he kind of has gotten lost in the shuffle since he's been left the Cubs, really.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so in our introductory interviews, we always kind of keep them relatively short, just
Mhm.
because it's kind of, hey guys, this is what the show's going to be like. It's going to be a half hour every week, yada yada yada. But you have a division that is kind of in a rebuilding growth mode. Obviously the Twins, the Tigers, the Guardians, right?
The White
Um,
Sox,
the
which are a
White
dumpster
Sox,
fire,
yeah, the
and the
White
Royals.
Sox and the Royals. And so you have that central division that is kind of up for grabs. Do you think the Tigers make the playoffs this
I
season
do.
or not? And if you do, tell me why.
I do. I actually think so. Last season, I know you can't compare season to season, but last season we had a winning record against our division rivals. So I think if we can build that momentum and maybe win more games against non-division rivals,
Hmm?
we have a good chance to even winning the division. Especially with like the Twins making a salary cap. I mean, salary dump. Sorry. Um, the Guardians could not hit last year. They kind of fell apart. The Royals were awful, and even though the Royals have made moves, I know that. And the White Sox are a dumpster fire. Sorry, White Sox fans. You know I'm right. but
No, I'm right.
so, like you said, it's a weaker division. So why can't it be the Tigers?
Yeah. Why can't it be the Tigers? The only kind of ace in the hole or wild card that I'll say is the Twins haven't done much to make themselves better, but they might. Yeah, who knows? But the Royals, there's three teams right now in baseball that are doing something that nobody's paying attention to. They're
Mm-hmm.
basically taking a core group of young guys, moving them up through the ranks, and then supplementing those core guys with veterans that have done it before. The Orioles, the Royals, the Tigers. And
Yep.
nobody's talking about those teams because they're small market teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those are three teams that have can do a lot in their division. It's
Yeah.
kind of scary what they can do.
Exactly.
So my argument would be, can the Tigers win it? Yeah, but don't sleep on Kansas City.
I wouldn't sleep on Kansas City because, like, I kind of equate them to the Tigers. Like the Tigers, I think Kansas City is making the right moves for them.
Hmm.
Um, that might not be the right moves for a team like the Yankees or the Dodgers or someone like that.
Yeah.
If that makes
No,
sense.
no, and as we learned from the Diamondbacks this last season, that it's
Mm-hmm.
not about how solid you are, it's about how you play each series and match up in each series. I mean, you've heard me say this on the morning show 100 times over, 100 times over. If anybody thought it was going to be the Tiger or the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, check their back pocket for Gray Sports Almanac. Nobody
Yeah.
saw it coming,
Nobody
right?
saw it
Nobody
coming.
saw it coming. So my argument there is no argument.
Yeah.
So Harmony, what do you anticipate us doing this season? I mean, we're going to talk about some Tigers baseball, but what do you see coming up? How do you see it happening? I mean, we have Tigers Town Talk. We have Triple T with
Tigers
Harmony
fans like
and Bill. That's uh, kind of rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't know it, Harmony. Woo! Happy Friday to me.
Happy Friday, Bill.
Yes. What do you anticipate this show to do? Is this gonna give more love to the Tigers? Is this gonna give more appreciation to the Tigers for throughout the league? What?
I'm hoping it does both. I'm hoping I see the Tigers as underestimated, and I'm hoping that with this, they don't as people don't underestimate the Tigers as much. And I'm hoping it shows more love because we all know that the Tigers always need love.
Yeah,
So
yeah. They play in a gorgeous ballpark.
they do.
They play in an absolutely breathtaking ballpark. They are doing amazing, amazing, amazing things. So,
Hmm.
um, trying to get to where they need to be.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I love that division. I love the opportunity. I'm excited to have these conversations with you. So for you Top Fan Rivalries followers that are wondering, obviously this is on YouTube right now. So this is week one. Today, Friday, is week one, the 12th. So you'll have the 12th, the 19th, the 26th, the 2nd, and the 9th, I believe. Those will all be on YouTube. After that, it's going to be in the locker room. You want to see it, you got to get locker room access. Now, Harmony's a locker room access member. She knows what's back there. There's a lot of Harmony, is there not a lot of fun stuff back there?
There's so much fun stuff.
Yeah. So there's a ton of stuff back there. And besides for that, this is going to be there every single week. So get excited about it. It's going to be awesome. And Harmony, I'm excited to talk Tigers. I did not anticipate this to be a season where we were going to talk Tigers, but I love it. It's going to be
Yeah,
fun.
I'm excited too.
Parting thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Let's go Tigers.
Not go Royals?
No.
What about go Twins?
Heck no.
Go Giants?
No.
Yeah, not so much. Love it.
How about go Padres?
Hey. Hey. So Harmony likes to poke the bear, everybody. And sometimes on the morning show, she'll call me Padres Bill just to get my goat. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't react most of the time. But all I got to say to you is, hey. So, Harmony, thanks so much for joining me on Friday morning. Top Fan Rivalry followers, thank you so much for listening. We're keeping this one short today just to tell you that this exists. And then we'll go from there. Harmony, I appreciate you. I know you're back there in Michigan, so stay warm, stay out of trouble. Don't drive on black ice.
No.
Don't eat yellow snow. I mean, it's not flavored, trust me. If you're gonna be in a snowball fight, make sure that you have somebody like Buddy the Elf on your team, right? That can just toss those snowballs like crazy. So, anyways, have a fantastic time. Thanks so much, Harmony. Stick around. Here we go.